Hello guys, Richard Williams Jr. here from Profits of Forex. We're trading simplified. I want to thank you guys for tuning in for this would be our fourth video of our weekly analysis in the market. I was supposed to only do 2 videos, but I wanted to share another 2. I was just having so much fun with you guys, and I just enjoyed this time spending the charts as well. It's exciting to me. How you can take your money and the power of compounding and multiplying it and learning something so luxurious as trading. Before I get into it, if you haven't, definitely do subscribe. Press the notification so that you can be informed when we upload new videos and content, as well as you can be involved in a lot of the things that we have going on in this channel. Whether it's giveaways coming up and all that, we want to make sure that you have an opportunity to be involved. Go over to our Facebook and request an invite for our private group over there, so you can join in the conversation as well over there. Comment in the section below. Let's have a nice conversation on this. Get involved. So with that being said, we appreciate everything that you guys have done and support you shown us here on this channel thus far. Let me dive into what will be my fourth analysis for today. We did Audi CHF, we did Audi JPY, we even did Cash CHF, and I'm going to do Audi EurCad, right? I think EurCad is a pretty good setup. We can see some things alter and change on the chart. Like I said, there's no guarantee that the market will go in any direction that we project or basically predict. But most of the time, the market is, like I said, habitual. It's full of habits because it's full of people. People have habits on how they trade. Banks have certain ways that they trade. And all those things come into play when we all trade together on the market, So understanding that gives you a better understanding of what you're basically doing is putting yourself in the best position to be in the current of the market, the flow of the market. Like I said, I like to go into higher time frames, look at the overall picture, then I go down, and then I dive into my trades from there. Because I like to be involved in the big flows. I like to have those flows behind me in my trade. It's nothing like being in the right direction. So with that being said, that's what we're going to go ahead and we're going to go and dive into with EurCad. With EurCad, I immediately noticed that EurCad is currently on what we would kind of be looking for, this structural area here on the weekly. Now, the reason why this is so important, because like we said before, with these areas, this is very important to know. Price comes up, and usually, unless there's a big move that pushes them through, respects these areas. And the reason why is because a lot of the banks like to trade for certain these areas as well. We call them support and demand zones. They could be called accumulation zones, distribution zones, where price gets pushed or moved from, or where liquidity adds up, or we can come up with a lot of different terminology for these zones. But these are areas in which the big money has a lot of interest in, and the banks, and we as retail traders need to think bigger sometimes so that we can be on the right side of a lot of things. Outside of technical analysis and fundamentals and all that as well. I typically don't use a lot of fundamentals in my trading at all. What I found out is most of the time, most of the stuff that comes out is already pushing the market in the way the market's interest is in, if you get what I'm saying. So with that being said, I see that EurCad is setting itself up, and I believe for another move, maybe to the south. It's going to be pushing more of a bearish move. And the reason why I say that is because as I look here, right? Look here to the left, right? And then I come up here, and then what do I see? Well, I see that the market made a top here, right? She consolidated, did her thing there, and then as the market did that, it created another low to this low, and then price did another low here. Then it came here to another equal low, which is very important too, because usually equal lows they basically indicate a lot of institutional trading is going on in that area with the equal lows, because that's where a lot of the liquidation is being absorbed so the market can move and push downward. And that's what you actually see at these equal lows. You see the market push up one more time, and then eventually pushes down. It comes up and retests this area at the breaking through structure and pushes down to this area. Now this area is very strong because this is definitely what we would call, remember, that's our area of structure as well, right? If we wanted to do it from here, we could. Let's do it there. We'll do it from there. We'll go all the way over here because technically this goes all the way back to here. And this is structure that was already built up. So you're looking at all of this going back for years. This is structure that was built up years ago, right? Now, with that being said and identified, all I need to do is do what? Now I'm going to go down, because what I'm looking for is that if price pushes off here, remember I told you about our point of interest. Where's my block? Right, this is our point of interest. And basically my point of interest is, come on now, my point of interest is that the market itself is what? Well, the point of interest is, what is the market doing? Is the market bullish, or is the market bearish? Well, my point of interest shows me that the market is bearish. That's my point of interest, right? And because that is my point of interest, so remember, this is our point of interest, guys. Our point of interest in the market is basically what is the market interested in at the time, and that's basically is bearish, right? The market is bearish, right? So what I'm looking at is for price to come here, and the price is respecting this. What I'm looking for is structure, which I have here. And let me change my color of my box. We talked about color of the box. Let me change my color of my box. This is for the market structure right here. Blue box. Market the blue box is for my point of interest. My red is basically going to be for my structure, right? And now that I see that it's basically in a channel too, right? It's a low channel. Prices come down, respected this structure that was years ago, built back maybe 2016. It goes back years of structure. Price comes up here once again, respecting this structure. And what I'm looking at, let me get my box again. I'm going to turn this green. I'm looking at this box now. The reason why I'm looking at this box now is because now I'm looking at my confirmation for the market being bearish right here. How the market responds and reacts here. What is my AR here? What is my automatic reaction here? It's bearish, right? At that market structure level, bearish. I go down to the daily, you see it. Came down here, price comes up here, it retests actually multiple times. When the daily comes up again, retest, pushes down. This is the reaction, right, of the market, right? So we're looking at price holding here. Price holds here. Price eventually going back bearish, right? On a 4 hour, same thing, right? Let me just zoom in a little bit more, because this is a 4 hour, right? And this is where we are, right? And we're seeing this. Price is right here, right? And it came up, holding here, created another, what you want to call double tops, if you want to call it equal tops. Actually, this is it's almost identical tops right here, like we was talking about in the before, right? You see it, and price push down, right? We saw that on the weekly, right? I believe that's where we was at, right? Did we see it right there? Look, that's our equal tops, right? So that's what we're looking at. So then when we go down, what we're looking for here is basically the market going bearish, right? Now, she has to come below the structure. So yeah, that's a big thing. Now, price was to push back up here, respect structure. That's what you want to look back at, right? Sometimes I'll wait for price to come up. All right, got my entry here, right? Then come back down. Now, this is a trade I'm looking to get in. So if price comes back up here, respects this structure, I will be looking to get back in, looking to get into this trade, put my stop above here, and watch for price to push downward. The reason why is because if price holds long enough here, eventually I believe price will push to the downside. Now, with that being said, then my goal would be, all right, guys, my goal would be to trade it. Can I get off a daily? Yeah, I would trade it to this point here, right? My point would be to trade it here. Let me find my thing, guys. So I'm looking to get in here and trade it to this value point here, right? That's where price previously was the top on the daily and, you know, even on the 4 hour, and it went down. So I'm looking to trade it here, right? But my real goal is down here. Okay. Remember how we did the other trade? So I'm looking for this to be my first take profit, right? Trades pushes through that. Then I'm looking for me to get profit here. And that would be basically me getting in up here on the daily. My stop won't be that high. But if price pushes it back up, like I said, you know, we get price back up here above this top, right? And it doesn't go above, put your stop up here somewhere above this, right? Whatever the case may be, whatever it may be, 100 pips or so, and watch it go down. And the reason why that is important, because on this, I would still be getting, if I gave up, let's say I did 100 pips, right? Look at the ratio here, guys. That's a 14.46 return ratio on this trade. If this trade goes back bearish, all right? So that's what we're looking at. I'm looking at this trade for a sell, based on what I'm seeing, right? And my point of interest is basically, like I told you, that the market is bearish. Point of interest. And this is a retracement, market going up, respecting structure. 1, 2. This is my second test right here, right? That was my buying comments right there, my automatic reaction. This is the second test, price building up and pushing back to the downside, right? So what I'm looking for is a strong bearish day to continue that trend. All right, guys. So with that being said, I hope that this has helped. If you have a point of view on the market on this pair that you would like to share, definitely share with me. It may open up my eyes to something I may not be looking at as well. We're all in this growing together. So I thank you guys for your time once again. Being able to share this with you guys has been awesome. And I appreciate that. If you are just tuning in, go back and watch the other videos. The links are in the subscription. As well as, you know, like, subscribe, press the notification so that you can be notified when we upload new videos and content. As well, go over to our Facebook group, guys, and request an invite to the private group, guys. It's free. And joining the conversation over there as well. We look forward to you guys talking to you and read the comments and getting back to you guys as well. Thank you guys for your support. Once again, this is Richard Williams Jr. from Profits of Forex, where trading is simplified.